Good morning, Year 6. I hope that you're safe and well and that you had a great day yesterday. So it's Tuesday today, so what have we got in store for you today? Well, we're going to start with maths. We are still looking at fractions to decimals, okay? So we're going to be using the skills that you learnt yesterday and applying them again today. But instead of just tenths and hundredths, we are going to be looking at thousandths as well. So on our place value chart, we will have another column. So just adding one more column there, you can see we've got our ones, we've got our tenths, we've got our hundredths, and we have got our thousandths. Okay. I just want to go over a couple of things before you complete the maths work today. So, first of all, as always, please could you watch the White Rose video? So click on the link and follow it. There's a real clear explanation of converting fractions to tenths, to hundredths, to thousandths, okay, which will help you visualise. Now, what I would like you to do today is use the strategy that we went over yesterday as well, because it's really going to help you. So, Miss Lawson's way of doing it. I know that you like my little tricks. Okay, so we have got the place value chart. I said yesterday, if you possibly can, I would really like it if you drew the place value chart. Sometimes you might think, oh, that's going to take me a minute extra. Well, it's a minute well spent because it will make sure that you don't make any simple mistakes. Because unfortunately, people rush a little bit and can make mistakes with hundredths and thousandths and tenths by not putting numbers in the correct column, and that completely changes the answer. So first of all, please draw your place value chart. You don't need loads of them. You could just draw one like I have here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you 1/100th for a moment, because this is what I'm talking about when people make a mistake. So we have got 0.01. So you need to put that placeholder in the tenths column because we have got no tenths. We have only got 1/100th, okay? So 0.01 is 1/100th, okay? So that's why it's really important to draw this place value chart so that you can put them in the right columns. Now, we know where the hundredth column is because we did some work on that yesterday. But yesterday we started touching upon, well, what if the fraction isn't a tenth or a hundredth or a thousand? Well, we need to convert it. We need to convert that fraction to either a tenth or a hundredth or a thousand. And that's what today's lesson is really focusing on, okay, guys? So here I've got 13/50. Well, I can't change that to a tenth unless I divide it by 5, and 13 cannot be divided by 5. So what I'm going to do is convert that to a hundredth, okay? So whatever I do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. 50 times 2 is 100, okay? So we do it to the numerator. 13 times 2 is 26, and there is our answer. 26/100, which is 0.26, and I've put it onto the place value chart as well. Okay, and then here's another example of us converting to hundredths, okay? 9/20. So we're going to change that to 100. So we're going to multiply the 20 by 5 to make 100. And then because we've done it to the numerator, we're going to do it, because we've done it to the denominator, we're going to do it to the numerator. 9 times 5 is 45, 0.45. Here, look, I have put it on the place value chart. Easy, yeah? When you've got the place value chart, you can really see it clearly. You can see how many tenths you've got. You've got 4, and you can see how many hundredths you've got. You've got 5. Now, looking at thousandths then. Okay, we've got 362/1000. So I just thought I'd put that on the place value chart just as an example of us how we are writing thousandths in those columns, okay? I know you know this already, but I just wanted to recap it. 0.362, okay? 362/1000. Brilliant. Now, here we have got one. Now, we're getting into big numbers, guys. We're getting into thousands. And we've got 53/250. So we want to change that to 1,000. So 250 times times 4 makes it 1,000. So if we've done that to the denominator, what do we do to the numerator? We do the same. 53 times 4 is 212. So there we've got it, 212 over 1,000, 0.212. Okay, so I hope that you understand that. It's not too difficult, it's things that we've done before, but just remember to get them to a tenth, a thousandth, a hundredth or a thousandth. Now, sometimes it might be a bigger number. So, for example, it might be 14 over 200. Now, if you've got 14 over 200, you could either change it to a thousandth or you could change it to 100. So you could divide 200 by 2 to make a hundredths, and then you could divide 14 by 2 to make it 7. So you would have your hundredths there, 0.07, because that's going to be in the hundredth column. So have a look, there's all examples on the video link this morning, so you'll be able to follow that really easily. And as always, answer the first questions on the first sheet, and then if you're feeling super confident, have a go at the challenge as well. All right then, Year 6, I know you're going to do brilliantly at that. Okay, so what did you think of the book Tuesday? Isn't it fantastic? Yes, I love it. Those naughty frogs floating on the lily pads, causing so much confusion for everybody. It's brilliant, isn't it? Well, today we are thinking about the devastation a little bit what was caused on Tuesday night, and we're thinking about those poor police investigators, all right? So they need to find out what happened. So when the police want to find out what happened, what do? They interview people, and that's what we're thinking about today. So they're going to interview people. So first of all, the first task is to think about the sort of questions the police might want to ask. Okay, so what might they ask about Tuesday night? So have a little look at the book. I wonder what he'd ask about that. And then you might want to go back and find out. Have a reread, okay? Have a reread of the book, okay? Because that's going to help you think of some questions that the police might want to ask. And then I want you to think about the people that they're going to interview, okay? So there's some people in the book that want to interview, and I'm just trying to find the page here. Right, there we go, I've got it. So I want you to choose 3 people from the book to interview, and I'd like you to write a list of questions for those people. Now, the police have to be very skilled when asking questions, because if you ask questions that the answers are just yes or no, yeah? If you ask questions and the answers are just yes and no, you're not going to find out much information, are you? They're called closed questions. What you need to do is think of open questions where people will talk, okay? So when you're thinking about questions for these 3 people to interview, you need to make sure that they are open questions, not just yes or no. For example, to this lady, were you watching the television on Tuesday night? Yes. Oh, okay, there's not much information from that, okay? But what you could ask was, what time were you watching television on Tuesday night? And what did you notice at the time where you were falling asleep? Were there any noises that you could hear? Could you describe those to me, please? Yeah, so you need to ask people open questions, all right? So you're going to choose 3 witnesses, and you are going to write questions that are open, yeah, about what happened on Tuesday night. So I hope that you enjoy that. Brilliant. Okay, that's this morning's lessons. So what are we going to do this afternoon? This afternoon is our PSHE lesson, and we have got a wonderful, I love this lesson. It's about happiness, and it's about what makes you happy, and we are really focusing on our happy memories. So first of all, you're going to think about what makes you happy, and then you're going to think about happy memories. You might have those happy memories stored in a photograph, or you might have been on holiday and you might have brought a gift back to help you remember that happy time. So you're going to think about your happy memories as well. And what I'm asking you to do is to make your own memory candle. There's some examples on the PowerPoint for you, but something that makes you happy. Read through the PowerPoint and there's examples, but that you can think about, yeah, that makes you happy. And I can't wait to see what you produce for that. So that is Tuesday's lessons, year 6. I hope you have a fantastic day and enjoy all of your learning. It really is brilliant learning today, so I'm sure that you'll have a fantastic day. All right, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Okay, take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.